What you see here is a 52-inch Saff Enterprise flush Polo ceiling fan, manufactured sometime around the mid to late 1980s. Antique brass finish paired with a set of oak cane insert blades. Fan is 3-speed, electrically reversible. Definitely a rather unique fan here to say the least. Another take on the Emperor style fans that were popular in the 80s. Saff Enterprise was a rather obscure fan maker, only lasting in the 80s. I believe they got out of the fan making business around 1987, I believe. And the company itself is still around today to some extent, but like I said, they haven't been making fans since the 80s. And all their fans were rather unique. They definitely took a different approach in fan design here. So as you can see, the motor housing is a little bit unique, as it has a more conical shape to it, as opposed to the standard cylindrical shape these Emperor style fans have. The light kit on the fan is made into the switch housing, as you can see. That standard Emperor style blade irons there. Those are used and copied by a lot of different manufacturers. Get a good glimpse of the motor there. Another characteristic of Saff Enterprise fans. The motor inside there is a 188 by 12 or so. I'll turn the light on here so you can see it a little bit better. As you can see, it's got vent holes on the bottom there. Another interesting trait that Saff did. The glass on the fan is not original. When I got this fan, someone kludged a 4-arm light kit onto it. But I've, of course, since reverted it back to its original state here. So I'm pretty sure it likely had a schoolhouse globe when it was new, but I really couldn't tell you 100%. This is one of 3 fans that I have. You can see right there the other 2 motor housings there. I have yet to clean them up. But those are also missing their original glass. Those still had the sockets, so they weren't modified at all like this one was. But like I said, all the glass is gone off of these, so I have to supplement it from my own stash here. Alright, nothing much else to say. Let's go ahead and jump in. So low speed is a bit fast. Of course, being a hugger fan, it does have an audible hum to it, and the motor does make some harmonics as well, as you probably heard when it spun up to speed here. The way the motor mounts to the mounting bracket is pretty unique, as it just basically just threads in like a screw. I'll give a more detailed look on that in one of the later clips. I do plan on featuring all 3 fans on this video. It just has to be done on different days, as I've yet to clean up the other 2 as of this point. So I'll get you a better look on how that mounting system works. So take it up to medium here. As expected, the bearings are dry. They occasionally make a whirring sound, but they're fairly quiet, surprisingly. And high. Fan's doing around 200 RPM, according to the motor information tag on the motor itself. I think the blade pitch on this fan is around 11-12 degrees. It's a decent performer. Turn the light back on here. You can hear them bearings whirring around a little bit here on high speed. But other than that, pretty smooth running fan. Saff Enterprise never really was the most highest quality fans. They were more of a lower quality fan. But like SMC of the late 80s and into the 90s, they do perform pretty well, despite their more lackluster quality. And a pretty quick spin down, as you can see. Alright, so stay tuned. I'll show you onto the second fan. Alright, here is fan number 2. This one here is in better shape than the first one I've shown. The first one apparently was used in a kitchen. It has a lot of grease on the top of the blades that is near impossible to remove without damaging the paper veneer blades. Glass again is not original. That's supplemented by me. I figured I'd throw a different globe on there to kind of mix things up, and I'll probably throw in another different globe on the third fan. But yeah, turn the light on here. Let's see what that looks like on. So yeah, my first clip, I was describing how the mounting system is on these. And this one gives you a better idea of what's going on here. So yeah, it literally just screws in to the mounting bracket. Right there is the end of the motor stem. Literally just screws right in there. Has 2 set screws that clamp it down so it don't spin itself off. So definitely a pretty unique system. Alright, let's jump in and get started. I think that's slow. This pull chain's a little finicky. Once again, the same harmonic sound and typical motor hum sound that these make. Go to medium. This one also has better bearings in it too. Not as loud. Make a slight noise, but yeah, runs pretty well. Went pretty good. Turn the light back on. Alright, and we'll show you now the last fan. Alright, last fan of the night. Once again, the glass wire is supplied by yours truly. I decided to change things up and go with this round globe as the pinstripe details in it. Matches the fan's motif pretty well. Looks pretty good in my opinion. Probably my favorite out of the three that I've shown. But really nothing much else to say about this one. Unfortunately, something struck this blade, and the blade irons are a little bit out of alignment. It's definitely the worst running of the three, but it still runs decent. Show you the light here. And start things up on low. Bearings do make noise on this, not really too obscenely loud, but you can hear them. The motor hum is a lot more noticeable than the bearings though. Go to medium. And high. Yeah, thankfully with this mounting system, the fan of course really doesn't wobble at all. You can see the switch housing and the globe shimmy a little bit from the brackets and the blades being out of alignment and bent and warped. But despite all that, it runs pretty decent. Looks like this one's doing around 190 RPM. Turn the light on here. High speed, you can definitely hear the bearings over the motor hum. And finally, that is all I have. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video on these three 52-inch antique brass Saff Enterprise flush Polo ceiling fans from the mid to late 1980s. Stay cool, take care, Happy New Year, peace.